All right, guys, got another stand-up comedy reaction video of Taylor Tomlinson. She is so good, flawless. Saw her live at the Win. I mean, it was incredible. So let's get into it right now.
You know, one thing you'll see with Taylor Tomlinson throughout this whole special is that she's just so confident, and her stage presence is like pretty unbelievable.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I so appreciate you guys being here. It has been a rough couple years. I got bangs at one point. Shit got dark. I didn't even want bangs. I just needed people to check on me. And it works, by the way. You post a selfie in bangs, everybody's like, fire emoji, you go, girl. Then they text you like, you okay?
That was good. She's very good with her voice and changing it up. She's hilarious with that. She's unbelievable. She's not even 30, I don't think. It's unbelievable how good she is.
Here's what I did. I got bangs, and then 2 days later, I did mushrooms for the first time. And as soon as I did those mushrooms, I was like, I should have done these first. Probably wouldn't have gotten these bangs if I forgave myself. But you know what? Having bangs feels exactly like being on mushrooms. The whole time you're just looking at your friends like, do I look weird? You guys would tell me if I looked weird, right? Is it bad, different? I changed my mind. I don't want to do it. It's too late. It's already happening. Okay, no, I can be this person.
Man, she's so she's so polished and precise with everything, man. I love watching her and like witty comics. I just think they're so good on stage. Like their presence is like unbelievable.
I got back into therapy. Anybody in therapy? Mostly women. That's the problem. It's very hard to stay in therapy. My old therapist told me that when I get close to people, I have a tendency to self-sabotage. And I thought that was bullshit, so I ghosted her. And
That's such a good joke. Gosh, she's so good.
I finally went back because I finally dated enough people who all gave me the exact same feedback about my shitty personality. You know that romantic quota you hit where you're like, uh-oh, might be me. Oh, the reviews are in and they are unanimous. That's a bummer. So after a really bad breakup a few years ago, I finally took a long, hard look at myself and said, okay, Taylor, 5 out of 5 dudes all think that in fights, you behave like a raccoon trapped in a trash bag.
Man, so if you just notice like a little bit back there when she started, the ghosted her, the therapist, she just rolls right into it without pausing, and it's almost like she's just naturally talking. And in this one, at the end, this was like a bigger punchline for her, I would say, the raccoon part. Like she pauses there and gets a really good laugh. But it was cool to see how beforehand that she just kind of said something and just kept going right through the laughter, and it made it cool. Like I've noticed that with her.
So maybe it's time to get some Klonopin or a rabies shot. I am fully medicated now. Anybody else? Antidepressants? Medication? Yeah. Nice. What are we on? Shout it out. Zoloft, Lexapro. Ooh. Man, look at us. Gang's all here. Oh my God. I'm also on something. I would never say what. That's very personal. But
She just tricked the whole crowd to them telling her like telling her like what type of drugs they take for depression, and she's like, yeah, I would never do that. That's pretty funny.
I'm kidding. I'm on a few things. I am on Klonopin as needed for panic attacks. I'm so glad I have Klonopin now, because before I had medication for it, I would have panic attacks right when I had to be somewhere, which is the worst time to get them, because then you just have to pinch the panic attack off like a shit you don't have time to take. You know what I mean? When you're like, okay, I got 60% of that out of my system. I'm not done, but I gotta go to work. I will get to the other 40 later, or I'll finish in the big stall at lunch if no one's in there. I got put on something else for sleep because I have night terrors. There's no fun, casual way to say that. Wake up screaming. And
That's so good how she did. She just acted it out like she flicked her hair, man. That was pretty dope.
These sleeping time pills I got are great. They don't stop the nightmares, but they do hold you down while they're happening. Which sounds bad, but before I'd wake up in the middle so afraid, and now I stay asleep until the nightmare's natural conclusion, which provides you with some closure. You're like, oh, he stabs me at the end. Okay, plot twist, M. Nightmare Shyamalan. Thought I was on an antidepressant. It turns out I'm not. It turns out I'm actually on a mood stabilizer that they use as an antidepressant. Fun fact about prescription drugs, everything they prescribe, they actually use for like 4 different things. So you don't really know what your deal is until you find a combo that works and then Google all your pills by yourself. So after years of trial and error, I finally found a combination of things that worked for me. And 6 months ago, I decided to Google it because what the hell? And it turns out that everything I'm taking is primarily used for bipolar disorder. So I went back to my psychiatrist and I was like, hey, do we think? And she was like, oh, yeah.
Man, she's such a good storyteller. So just like technically sound. I'm trying to be a storyteller as well, and it's very difficult for me. I'm learning. Some of the things I do is I run over my words. I go a little too fast or whatever. Right now, she's so polished. I actually saw her live at the Win one time, and she did stumble on her words. I'm somebody who stumbles on their words constantly, and she just fixed it on the fly. She just went right back to where it happened and then just restarted. And that was really cool to see as a young comic that like these guys or girls who are up there at the top of the game, they still make mistakes. And it's not even a big mistake, but they still know how to get through it. And the more times you fumble your words, the more experience you have to figure out how to get through an act. She was in front of a huge crowd at the Win, but it was cool to see for me as a comic standpoint. I was like, wow, dude, she fixed it. That's cool.
And I was like, is this how you fucking tell people? She's like, no, of course not. We didn't know. I'm glad we figured it out. And I was like, we? I said, you really didn't know that I was bipolar? And she goes, no, of course not. We thought we were treating anxiety and depression. And I said, okay. Because this kind of feels like a putting your dog's medication in cheese situation.
That's good. Man, look at her face. Look at her. She got really good eyes.
About this diagnosis. And she goes, well, if it makes you feel better, you don't have to say I am bipolar. You can say I have bipolar. Like someone going, I said you were being a bitch.
She's killing it right now. She's just killing.
I'm so glad I know that I'm bipolar now. I mean, I have the right meds. I got a mood ring. I'm handling. When I first found out, it was a very tough pill to swallow, and I've swallowed a lot of pills. Because when you first find out something like that, you're like, oh man, am I going to tell anybody? Should I tell anybody? And if I do tell people, am I hot and or talented enough to be an inspiration? Like if I have a thing and someone else has that thing and they find out I have it too, are they going to feel good or bad with that information? Because when I got diagnosed, they started listing names. They were like,
she's such a good storyteller. It's pretty unbelievable, man. It's really good.
Selena Gomez. And I was like, that does make me feel better. She is very pretty. Okay, I'll be bipolar. I did not grow up in a household that was very like mental health conscious. Like we were very religious. I don't know if you've ever tried to tell your conservative dad that you have a mental health issue. It doesn't go great. When I was in high school, I was like, Dad, I think I'm depressed. And he was like, you just need some protein. Get a scoop of peanut butter. Yeah, there's a lot of dads out there just white knuckling it through life right now, clinging to a jar of chunky Jif like it's the answer. Just a buoy in the storm. It'll pass. The only mental health advice my dad ever gave me is I was having panic attacks in high school and I didn't know what they were. And I was very stressed out. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I feel like this. I don't know what to do. And he goes, all right. All I can tell you is that when you feel like this, get as far away from the people you care about until you feel different. Which is advice you give a werewolf. Like, just run into the woods so you're not a monster anymore. Don't let them see you change. They won't accept you for what you truly are.
Man, look at the expressions in our face. Like, it's just, man, she's so good. She's a beast.
And I had friends who scared me too when I was trying to get on medication. They were like, ugh, I tried antidepressants. I didn't like how I felt on them. I didn't feel like myself. And now that I'm on them, I'm like, yeah, me neither. It's the best. Okay? And I do feel like myself. I just feel like now someone's sitting on me going, shh, stop talking. You will ruin everything. We are trying to help you. You'd be married right now if you just shut the hell up. Remember that? Yeah, us too. We are trying to help you. Go to sleep. Choose a different adventure.
Oh, she's good, man.
They warn you about the side effects when you get on medication. They go, you know, your sex drive might go down. And I'll be honest, I have experienced that since I got on medication. But I can't tell if my sex drive is lower or if my self-esteem is just higher now. You know?
That's a good joke, dude. That's a good one. Wow, she's a beast, man. Storytelling, her writing is incredible. Just, man, just so smooth and flawless. It's incredible, man.
Like, am I not in the mood or do I just not need the validation? Which is it? Because depression will bring you to your knees and you're like, while I'm down here, might as well make someone.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
If you're not laughing, congrats on your serotonin. And if you're like, what's serotonin? Don't worry, you have enough. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about it on stage, and then I needed new material, and I was like, fire sale, everything goes.
Everything goes.
No, truthfully, I was surprised that I felt so bad about it because I think I'm pretty open-minded, and I don't think anybody should feel bad if they get diagnosed with a mental illness because it's just information about you that helps you know how to take better care of yourself. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to stop it right there. Man, look, Taylor's just an incredible comedian. I think she's 30 or 31 now. She's been in the game over 10 years, I'm pretty sure. And it's just remarkable that she's in her early 30s or right at 30 and she's doing what she's doing. This is her second special. Her last special was awesome too. And she dropped it, I think, in 2020. So I just love watching her because I learned so much. And she's incredible. And I encourage you guys to watch her too. She's just one of the best comedians out there. So if you like this reaction video, let me know. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. All right. Thank you for watching. See ya.